What's up, guys? I'm back showing you guys a new concept for fluffals. They should bring it back. I just yesterday made this. I saw a picture and it didn't look nothing like a Frightfur, so I decided to remake it in my own interpretation of what it looks like. This is totally my drawing, not anyone else's. Just clarifying that. So let's get into it. It requires one edge imp, obviously, to fight for, one owl, one Leo, and one dog. That is really hard to get off, but I also made a card to make it a little bit more easier. A little bit more easier. Whenever they decide to make patchwork, hopefully I can turn this into them and be like, well, I want this drawing, so yeah. Let's get into it. It's called Frightfur Behemoth, and here it is right here. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. 3,200 attack, 3,200 defense. Gains 500 attack for each fluffal and edge imp in the graveyard. Each battle phase must return special summon one fluffal, one edge, or Frightfur from the graveyard or hand. Not from the deck, from the graveyard or hand. Reason for this is because if it was from the deck, graveyard, or hand, yeah, it'd be emergency banned. Emergency banned. I don't know why, because it's just really hard to get off anyways. But once they figure out how to turbo into this, it'll be all over. So, here's what it looks like. It looks like a bear. Well, it's not a bear. It's dog, Leo. Leo has a gear cog in his eye, as his eye instead. And here we go. Owl's eyeballs falling out. And he has a gigantic gash there. There is a spike sticking out of his head, and he only has one eyebrow. And his beak is also cut, so they sewed it. Next side is indeed a metal hand holding scissors. I just didn't feel like making the other thing. So yeah, I could have put engine there or chain, but I didn't want to. So he has metal spikes sticking out of his arm, and it's cut to shreds too. There's fluff hanging out even. His leg here, he has the feet of the owl, the tail of the owl. However, as you see here, I'm sorry, I'm having to mess with this fucking thing right here. This thing annoys me. We're just gonna rip that fucker off. Fuck on here. Okay, back to the video. So, he has an exoskeleton showing. See, here's his exoskeleton, and his exoskeleton has gears, so they can twist, turn. He has 3 gears on his head, 1 gear on his thing because rotates and shit up and down, stuff like that. He has another one hidden underneath his arm that's been ripped off. He has a saw for an arm that it's a functional saw blade. He has a spike sticking out of his leg. He has the spots of the dog on both legs. 1, 2, 3. All his leg is cut up and shit. His talons are actually metal spikes. His teeth, if you can look close enough, they're actual teeth, metal teeth, right up here. I was trying to push it. There you go, right up there. They're under his mouth, and they blend in with the exoskeleton. But if you could see it in real life, you could tell that it's right there. You see it now? Okay. The owl has a metal exoskeleton inside, which the fluff has been removed and the skin has been removed, so it shows that he has spikes sticking out and everything. Spikes out of here. He still has his fluffal wing to show that he is a fluffal. And is basically it for the first drawing. Now the reason for this is because we don't have really good fluffals, and yeah, basically I'll try and show you how to send them out. But the next one is called Fright for Party. I decided to make this because turns out we don't have Fright for Patchwork because they didn't give it to us. Fucking douchebags. They still have time to fucking make it, dude, you know? They could bring back fluffals. But Fright for Party, its artwork is amazing, and I'm gonna hide its effect. But here's what its artwork looks like. It says surprise. It's a Fright for Cat, which would be a new monster. Fright for Cake, and Fright for Cupcake, right there. I decided to make this because it would be more broken than, it would be way more broken than Patchwork, you know, because since they didn't give us fucking Patchwork, why the hell not make something stronger than Patchwork? So, that's what I did here. So Cat has a gigantic face part missing. He just has his evil eye showing. You see there. He's wearing a party hat. His arm right here is actually a freaking blade. His claws are razor sharp. His end of his tail is a freaking metal spike. He has spikes sticking out of his tail. On this side, it's actual whiskers, like fake hair type whiskers or whatever. Fake whiskers. And then here it's metal whiskers. They're actual freaking spikes sticking out. His ears ripped up. His other ears torn. Getting on to Cake. Cake looks like this. He has 3 metal spikes sticking out here, a crooked one there, and a crooked one there. His eye is missing, and there's some stitching there. And Fright for Cupcake has, it's a chocolate cupcake, but it has, if you look close enough, you can see that, its eye is right there. Right there. It's red too. And it's surrounded by spikes. It's basically the rocker wristband thing with studs on it, but instead of studs, it's spikes. And basically, it's a blue instead of a brown little thing that you take off to eat the cupcake. It's blue cause I made the fucking thing black chocolate, so I didn't have a different type of... Well, I did, but I just didn't want to bother with it. I wanted to make it look nice. So then I put spikes on it as well. And it's surrounded by the, because this little, the cover that, the little thing that you take off to eat the cupcake is actually, stuffed. It's basically fake. It's a fake thing. Obviously, it's a fluffal. It's a frightful, you know. It has freaking fluff in it. So, and if you look here, the cat has been through a lot of damage. It has metal teeth. Its face is ripped. It's just battered and bruised. There's cuts and sewing, stitching marks and shit. And it's just horrible stitching. So, add one. Here's its effect. Add one polymerization and one fright for spell or trap card to your hand once per turn. From the grave, from the deck. Okay, alright. Once per turn, add one edge from your deck or grave to your hand. The reason for this is because we just need, us in the TCG, we need more cards for fluffals. I mean, I know it's a past Arc type and it was only an Arc V, but who gives a shit, you know? It's only the next generation, dude. And people are still playing Zodiac, so why the fuck can't they play fluffals? What the fuck is up with that shit? So, yeah, the next one would probably be, if I ever decide to make another one, it'd be called Fight for Birthday Party. And, I don't know what I do, but Fight for Birthday Party would be amazing. Fight for Birthday Party would look, I don't know. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think the effect should be for it. So this is it right here. And I have some time to try and show you how to make it. I will be using the OCG patchwork. And I want to do this once. With both. So here we go. Proxies, of course. Make sure, you know, proxies. Okay. Fantastic. So, first of all, we're going to play patchwork. And add to our hand. An edge. And a poly. I have to hurry this up because it's going quite fast. So, then we have Owl, Dog, and Leo. And now we have enough. And we now play polymerization. Let's fuse all these together to summon out the big beast. This guy. It's Ophion, but it's the proxy of my monster, Fight for Behemoth. Now Fight for Behemoth, since you summon him with 4 cards, he's at 5,700 attack each battle phase. That's a lot of attack. That's, if you can give him a card that makes him attack twice per turn, yeah. And they have no monsters on the field, or very, very low level monsters. It's kind of over, you know. 5,700 is a lot, so yeah, that's it. See ya.